Hi everyone, I'm Jasmine. I'm an Uber driver. I've been doing this for 2.5 years now. Yeah, I think it's been 2.5 years now. And I enjoy doing Uber. Why I do Uber is because I haven't found a decent job that pays very well. And also, I don't want to go back to the 9 to 5. In a way, who wants to go to a job where a supervisor tells you what to do and people don't, I have a lot of anxiety, so that's something that, thinking about going back gives me anxiety. So I enjoy doing Uber. I've been doing it 2.5 years, and I want to give you guys today just a little, little tips and tricks of being an Uber driver. So I was going through some frequently asked questions, and basically, let's see. What do we do as a daily routine? You have to make sure you have a clean car because, you have to use Clorox wipes, wipe the doors down. People get sick and they carry sickness, and then all of a sudden you're not keeping your car clean. They get sick. They get you sick. So you want to make sure your car is always clean. I like to vacuum it, keep it nice and tidy. My car smells good. Like some girls were in there today and they were like, your car smells good. It smells like Bounty or something, like dryer sheets or fabric softener. And I'm like, I don't know how it smells like that. I just use the Bath and Body Works. I use that as the car freshener, and they have so many good smells. There's one that I want to get, but I gotta order it on Amazon. Either way, keep your car clean, keep it smelling good. There's so many people that will say, oh my God, my last Uber driver smelled like, they say all type of stuff. You don't want people talking like that about your car. So I would keep it nice and tidy. Clean your car, get some gas in there. I normally make sure I have my drinks. Make sure, I have anything like snacks, because you get hungry throughout the day, depending how many hours you're gonna do. Just bring some snacks with you. Let me see what other question, but that's basically it. Make sure the gas is in there. You get the gist of it. Make sure your car's clean, get some gas, get your snacks, and you're ready to go. You got some drinks. So timing of what time should you go out and drive? I feel like it depends on your area mostly, but I try to go because I like to go after traffic. So let's say the 9 to 5 people get out at 5 o'clock. So I think they're running around, trying to get home, and there's so much traffic, especially here in Tampa Bay. Is constant traffic everywhere. So about 6:30 p.m. it gets kind of quiet. Now, if I really wanted to try to make money that day, and I knew that maybe later in the day, after 2 a.m., it's not, give me a second. Okay, so where I was at, so usually I get out at I go out 6:30, I said. So then sometimes I want to go out earlier, 3 p.m., because let's say later in the day, I know, let's say it's a Sunday, I know that maybe after 2 a.m. there would not be that many people out, getting out of the clubs or needing to go anywhere. So I try to get my Sundays done early. So I'll start maybe 3 p.m. on Sundays. And that I have till 3 a.m. So I have between those hours. If I hit my goal between then I just go home, Or if I want to stay longer because I say, hey, it's busy, and I stay out. But that's basically it. The times is depending on your schedule, on your own personal agenda. So you all know, like, you know, as an Uber driver, everybody thinks about this, you know, the flexibility, you know, you can make your own hours whenever you can, you go out and you make money. You know, sometimes people just have during the day. I've found that during the day, there's money out there, because I thought there wouldn't be because it's so trafficy, but sometimes Uber pays more during the day. So if you know, it all depends. That's why you gotta fill it out. If I'm trying to be an Uber driver and I still have a 9 to 5, let's say, then I would just go out and see what's the busy times, where is it busy. You just have to drive around kind of and stick to an area that, you know, like, well, Uber kind of knows, like, they'll send you to certain areas. That's one thing. Uber will say, go this place. Sometimes I listen to it, I don't want to go over there, but then it's like they're telling you, go over there, and because they'll send you a ride and it takes you land over in that area, but then sometimes it's busy. So sometimes go with your feeling, go with your gut. If you know it's like in the woods, in the sticks where nobody is, then maybe decide not to. It's up to you. But I would sometimes take them if I really need to. Or if I feel like, oh, it's slow here, maybe they're trying to send me somewhere where it's busy. So try that out. One thing I like about driving with Uber is meeting new people. I've met somebody that gave me a job and everything, but ended up firing me. But that's okay. That's another story to tell some other time. But I met somebody, and you know, I meet so many people. Most people I meet is like positive, you know. They're all like really nice. Some people need to vent. Sometimes I vent to people if they don't mind. You gotta like kind of read the room and say, you know, if you really wanted to vent. Some girl today that I gave a ride to, she was like, oh my God, I'm so grateful for you. Your car smells good. You have some great music on. Like the last Uber, he was talking about politics, which I don't really like to mention because it just brings an argument. I just don't like, and Uber doesn't allow you to speak about politics while you're with somebody in the car, because it can cause friction, you know, it can cause a fight, it can cause anything could happen. Somebody could be having a gun on them, you don't know, and then all of a sudden they could shooting you because you're voting for the other party or whatever. So this guy, they said that if they didn't agree with him, the driver, if they didn't agree with the driver, it seemed like he was gonna do something to them. They had to agree. Like they felt like they were scared. They started recording the conversation. You're gonna get, you know, that, and that's the driver, like us. So I told them, like, a lot of Uber drivers don't know, but you're basically, you know, you're handling customers. They come there. That's Uber's customer, and you're the driver. I know that's your car, but you have to kind of stay, you know, where you don't take any side. You don't tell people what to do. You be respectful, and you don't talk about politics. It's just gonna start argument. And the way he was very forceful, and he was very like angry with them, you know. So it was sad to hear, you know. And I know there's a lot going on in this world, and maybe some people, they just wanna like, I don't know, they're angry at the world and I want to take it out on the passengers, which is weird, you know. But I'm so sorry they went through that. But either way, that I've never heard of that, and sorry for those girls. But I told them to report the guy, and being that they have a video, you know, with the guy's conversation, they should send that a little piece to Uber and let them know, look, this is what he was doing. Because I told them, like, politics cannot be spoken about. Either way, getting off subject, I want to stick to our, you know, our frequently asked questions, but I hope you're liking this video. Give it a like, subscribe if you like it. I'm here, I'm on a 30-day challenge right now. So I'm going to be 30 days straight. I think this is my 8th video. So I just hit seven days on my last video. So I'm excited. Oh my God, like it's a lot. I ain't gonna lie. It's a lot right now because doing the YouTube, it's just a part of your life that you have to take time for, and editing, and you know, I honestly enjoy it. It's what, 90% of the time, so that's not bad. It's just I'm tired, you know, after the holidays and everything, and then I got sick. I'm constantly getting sick. I think it's because I do Uber. That's another thing. You might get sick, so if you want to wear a mask, you can wear a mask, you know, wear gloves. At least wear gloves when you clean, maybe. I don't know, because, you know, when I touch the door handles in my car, I'm like, either way. So we know with Uber, you're making extra money. You know, if I had a full-time job, like 9 to 5, I wouldn't mind doing this as a side gig, because sometimes in a matter of 2 hours, you can make $80. This guy the other day told me that, like, he was doing DoorDash, and he said, in 2 hours, it was so busy, I made $80. And it's like, that's a bill right there. That's your Spectrum bill or your cell phone bill. It could be something, you know, that could be helpful. So if you don't want to do it full time, that's fine. I feel like if you want part-time, extra money, I'd do it. You know what I mean? The only thing with Uber, you know, you're using your car, your vehicle, you're putting miles on it. If something, it's wear and tear basically on your vehicle. Gas, it depends on how much gas you put in your car, but I have a rental right now, and it's a Toyota Camry, and it's really good on gas, so I don't really have to worry too much about gas. But those are certain things. There's pros and cons with Uber, but I feel like it's a quick and easy way to get extra cash in your pocket. You know, it's the sacrifice you're making, you know, especially like New Year's. I did a video. You can watch it. Yeah, it's on my timeline. If you check, why am I emphasizing on if you check? It's in there. It's in my YouTube. So if you look at my page, you can see it. Yeah, but I made like 700. I think it was almost like $680. But I did work 13 hours, close to that. But that's not bad in a day, let's say. One shift, $680, you know, minus expenses, of course. But that's one thing people say, are you always gonna make the same amount of money? That's the thing about Uber, is like, it's inconsistent. So some people say they do different gigs, like with different gig work, like DoorDash, Lyft, Grubhub, Spark. There's so many of them, and you can do all of them at the same time, and maybe that'll, you know, because if you only do one app, that's the only option you have. So it's good to have multiple apps, or do Instacart, you know, there's different ones. But the earnings are inconsistent. So that's one thing. If you're doing this full time, then you gotta kind of figure out what you do. And what I do is sometimes I'll get a job during the summer, because I don't want to deal with, I don't have enough, or I'm freaking out, or whatever it is, you know. I just get a job and do Uber like part-time if I can in between. So a lot of people ask me, what's your craziest ride? What's my craziest ride? I always think like there's so many that, you know, it's hard. What's the craziest one? I can't even tell you today. I can tell you a few, and you tell me if they're that crazy, or like how crazy they are, but I think they're all like kind of crazy, you know? But I think the highest one, I think, is this girl. I picked her up downtown St. Pete, and she got in the car, and she was like, oh my God, like, she was drunk. And then she was with some guy. He was more passive. She was more aggressive. And she tries to start like doing cocaine in the back of my seat, and the guy, he had went in, because we stopped at a 7-Eleven at a gas station, and the guy was trying to get the girl, I guess he knew the lady at the 7-Eleven, and he tried to get her to give him beer after hours, which is illegal. So now they're trying to sneak in this beer in my car. So at that point, I just canceled and I told him, no, you need to get out of my car. So I really, if I don't feel safe, if you don't feel safe while you do Uber, you can cancel it. Try to do it passively, because people get mad. They could throw bottles at you. Not that it happened to me, but that's what I'm assuming. If you're really angry, you say, get the heck out of my car. They might just say, you know what, I'm gonna hurt you now. So just be careful. And most people aren't crazy like that. Even them, there were two of them, the girl and the boy, and they didn't do anything to me. I kicked them out. They were begging for me to take them home. And I was like, no, call another Uber. So that was one of my craziest, I feel like. So in regards to a car, the maintenance, if you rent a car, low maintenance. If you own your own car, of course, there's maintenance. If the brakes go, really fast, the tires go really fast, things like that. Like I was doing, I think tires was once a year, brakes, random, because when they start squeaking and doing all type of stuff, but I did have the pair in my car when I bought them, and I didn't have to fix them for another like year and a half. And then some guys that are mechanics try to get me. They try to put my own bad brakes into my other. It was really bad. Like I had to go back, and I paid $400 for front and back pads. Like that's it, just the brake pads, not the rotors, just the brake pads. To me, like I go to the store, like AutoZone, they're like $76. So guess what I did? Next time I needed brakes, I had a mechanic friend too, but he didn't teach me. I just did YouTube, right? So I went on YouTube. I seen how you change the brakes. I went and got the brake pads. I got under my car. I got the little jack that comes in the car, and I twisted up. Even though it's dangerous, you gotta be careful, right? You gotta make sure that you put a tire or something underneath the car, so if it falls, it's not gonna break something else, okay? It's not gonna fall on you. So, but I ended up getting a new jack, like a huge jack. I got jack stands, which it's like a support with if you Google it, jack stands holds the car up, like they're strong, and you for sure know that it's not going anywhere. Well, I fixed my brakes. I couldn't get the screws out of the back brake, but I went to my mechanic friend, and he like loosened it for me, and he ended up doing it because he's like, that's what he does. And I'm like, I wanted to do it, but either way, I did my own brakes. I changed my own, it's a motor mount, but it was in the top of the car. Like if you open the hood, it's this mount that like, if you don't have it, if it's not fixed, it's gonna, the car's gonna shake. Like it was like shaking, like do, 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 do. That's all you heard. So I said, no, I can't ride around like this. So my mechanic told me what it was. So you can get like a mechanic that's nice and tells you, oh, this is what you need. Then you can, okay, you go on Amazon. Amazon got all the parts. Amazon got all the parts. Like I would have paid, let's say $300 for a part, and it'd be like $60 on Amazon. Okay? Make sure you look at the star rating of each person that's selling that stuff to you. Make sure it's not, somebody that is just like a beginner seller, because a lot of different people that sell on Amazon. So just make sure they got good reviews and look at the comments. That's what I usually do when I buy things like that. Because if you call the dealership, they're probably gonna say, oh, it's $500. And if you go to Amazon, it'd be like $60. Imagine. So I got that. I tried to do, what was it called? Catalytic converter. Oh my God. I didn't do that. I had my mechanic do it. But I did find it really cheap on Amazon though. And they were saying it was supposed to be like specific to my car. So I made sure I looked around. Yeah. But anything's possible. You get a little car, you use it for Uber Eats. You get enough rides under your belt. And I think you have to be 25 to rent a car. So after you get those 150 rides, you're able to rent a car. And I feel like renting a car is like way less, you know, thought in like if the car is breaking down or breaks down, then what do you do if your car breaks down? And that's your income. That's what happened to me. My transmission went on my Altima. Okay? So that's why you gotta look at it like what do you want to do? Like rent a car, or do you want to use your own car? I would say have your own car and rent. I would do that because that way it's separate, and like that you have two cars, you know? I think, yeah, I don't have a car right now. I just have the rental, but either way, we're not gonna get into that one. Let's see what else. How much money can we make? I told you New Year's, you know, but on a daily, you can earn as much as you work. You can earn as much as you work. So every ride is $10. And each ride takes half hour to complete. So that's 20 bucks an hour. Is it? Yeah, $10. Yeah, 20 bucks an hour. So if you do two $10 rides within that hour, that's how you know. So some rides are like $7 or some rides are like $6. They take less time or whatever. But it all depends on how long you ride. So it's basically that. And like today, I think I drove from, I think it was like 10 p.m. when I went out. And then I drove to like, what was it, 4:30? And I made, I believe, yeah, close to $150. So because I usually go out earlier for that reason, because I like to make a certain amount of money. I gotta pay my rental, I gotta pay, either way. Yeah, like after you get your money, you know, you have to subtract your gas, your car maintenance, taxes. Yeah, so I put like $35 in of gas in my Camry, and it lasts me almost 2 days, like around 2 days, two rides. Yeah, 2 different days of work. So, and that's not bad. That's not horrible. But if you do 35 times, how many times would you go out in the week? Sometimes it's more gas, you know? But that gives you an idea. Okay, so that gives you the gist of what Uber is like, what kind of expenses you have, what you need to do before you get out your house. You make sure your car is clean, you know, things like that, gas. And then, you know, the pros and cons with the car. Do you want to rent a car? Do you want your own car? Some people do a bike too. Yeah, you could do the bike thing, but I don't know how available it is in every area. It may be different. But I would look into it and call Uber. You can even call Uber and ask them the Social Security. You can call Uber and ask them what areas are good for riding the bikes at and see if they have any information. So if you're looking for flexible work, this is it, you know. If you're tired of your 9 to 5, maybe this would be a good, you know, way to get out and kind of, you feel relieved, You don't have to deal with that. Don't just stay stuck. If you have a car or you have a way to do Uber, just do it. Try it out. Start part-time, And I am, I'm just an Uber driver. I'm just giving you advice here. I'm just letting you know what I know about Uber. But, you know your personal situation. And if it's, something that you really think about, or you're tired of your job, you want to do something different, and until you get a new job, maybe this will be it for now, Try it out. It's fun. I like it. I like meeting people. I feel good, like, talking to people all the time, like, whoever talks to me, because some people are quiet, and it's fine, because sometimes you don't want to get bothered. So, I don't mind. But those are most of my, the questions I found, the frequently asked questions. Yeah. If you have any questions, any additional ones that I didn't touch on, let me know. Comment below. Let me know. I like that I have it cut here because I like to speak with my hands. So, and I'm exhausted. I got home maybe 3 hours ago. Yeah, 5 o'clock. Yeah, around there. So I'm tired. You see my eyes are like... But please comment below for me. Ask me any questions you have. I hope you like this video. I hope it was informative for you. I had to be a little quiet because my neighbors, they be hitting the broom on the ceiling, like boom, boom, boom. When I get home from work, I don't make noise, I swear. I just moved here and I don't make noise. But I try to keep it quiet. So if you see this video is a little quiet, you know why. I don't want my psycho neighbor coming after me this morning. I want to go to bed soon. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll be posting this, of course, today, because I try to post it the same day. But you guys have a beautiful morning, beautiful afternoon, beautiful day. God bless. Take care. I'll see y'all soon. 30-day challenge. 30-day challenge. Let's go.